the name.
Yeah.
There's a logo, right?
Yeah.
It just it kind of feels like to me hand drawn,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who did it.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
thought behind it?
Huh.
That's what a lot of people want to know. Okay, how did the hello? How are you? We are fine.
Yeah. So I'll start with Down Troddence, the name. Okay. So Down Troddence, the name, when we wrote Shiva, that's how our political thoughts and all started coming. Because I'll briefly say what the concept was. That song Shiva is like we are dealing with two concepts there. One is about Shiva and Ravana. So Ravana basically wanted to get this 10 heads, we call it varam, right, this blessing. And usually when other people are doing it, like they go and they are in the deep meditation for 500 years and stuff, and Shiva or whichever god comes and asks like, bro, what you want? And they give shum, right? But when Shiva was doing it, Shiva is Asura, right? Athaman. What happened was this guy was doing his work just like anybody else. But after 500 years, 1000 years, this God is not coming because Devendra behind back went to Shiva and said, this guy, Ravana, such a headache. Don't give him what he's asking. Please don't give him what he's asking. So, yeah, Shiva was also like, he's Asura. Then Ravana had to work for it, man. He got pissed off. He went to Kailasa directly. He took his intestine out, make a bass guitar out of it, and he started playing that thing. And he's like, "You better give me the blessing." He had to work for it. This is not the story, obviously, but this is how we have seen that story, right? Like, man, just because his skin color is black and just because he's an Asuran, he's not Devan, right? Why the law is the same, for them it's a different law, for him is a. Then we realize, we are all Asuras actually. We all have to struggle, for our rights. We need to die hard. Then there is another story, which is the story which defined the mission statement for the Down Troddence, is the story that we have heard in our childhood from our community, in the Kannur story, right? That is about Shankaracharya and the Shiva as a downtrodden. So what happened was Shankaracharya learned everything in this world, whatever, all the Vedas, all the Upanishads, like, he has every knowledge in the world and there is nothing beyond that. So he's getting this title that the most knowledgeable person. So it's called Gnanapida or something. So he's on the way to attend that ceremony. So while he's going, there is this downtrodden sitting there on the paddy field and working. He's like fully mud and everything. So Shankaracharya is like, buddy, you have to stay, this feet away from me. And he asked like, why? He's like, why, dude? I'm Brahmin. You're a downtrodden, right? And I don't want to pollute my body and everything, because what if you accidentally touch me? Then this downtrodden is like, so wait a second. What exactly is the difference between us? You have Chandanam, which is
Sandalwood.
so that
I
on
think,
your
I think.
yeah. So you have that on your body. I have mud on my body, but we are same, right? I have a fishbone necklace. You have a flower necklace on your neck, but we are the same, So he says a lot of things like this comparison. You doing this, I'm doing this. Like, you have no problem taking the banana, which is coming from my house, which is filled with mud and everything, but you are giving that to your god. You have no problem with that. You cut yourself, you will see blood. If I cut myself, I'll see blood. The color of the blood is the same. So that is the line which we have used in the song Outnya, is like Nangla Kotyalan Chora, Ningla Kotyalan Chora. Blood is the same, right? So this is a big comparison. So I have that tattooed on my body. That entire thing is like that.
This is the Shiva song.
Yeah. So it's like a comparison, like this versus that, this versus that. Later, Shankaracharya is realizing that, okay, I mean, this is someone else now. So he touches his feet, like this Brahmin touches this downtrodden feet. That's when Shiva is showing his like full-fledged, thing. Then Shiva tells him that, now you got the ultimate bodha. Now you got ultimate knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi, man. Like everything is the same, and there is no you and I. We are all the same. So this story, man, inspired us so much. Right, not in the plain surface level. I'll tell you why. Like when you heard this story, you're maybe like like a lot of people. When I tell this story, they are like, "Huh, Shiva is such a nice guy. He gone and done this." The thing is that, dude, somebody had to pretend as they are God so that they can directly speak to a Brahmin. Right, that is the full concept behind Theyyam also. Like, we had to, the downtrodden had to be themselves God so that they can at least ask for their basic right. So Theyyam concept is like that, right? It's the low caste downtrodden people who are becoming demigod, and they will go to the Brahmin as gods and say, hey, next cultivation we need extra 2 buckets of rice for their basic right. They had to become god. So that's how we have seen this story. And this Potten, we call him Potten, right? So Potten, this first downtrodden, he's the first guy who been rebellious enough to question the authority. So this story, man, really, 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 really inspired us, helped us write the song Shiva also.
All of you together, is it?
Absolutely.